Next up at UFC Kansas City, we got Blackshear taking on Alatengheili. If I'm being honest here, I don't know what it is about this fight. I've got a pretty confident pick. I've put it on the board. I have a parlay here, but something sketchy just feels up. I sent a text to Jacob and Josh, the web guy, yesterday, and I said, this feels like too easy of a card. There has to be some landmines, and I feel like that landmine could be Blackshear, but we'll talk about it. We got Blackshear 16-7 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is riding back-to-back wins, taking on Alatengheili at 17-9 in his career, 3-1-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that decision win over Clayton Rodriguez. Blackshear, athletic striker, impressive speed, good power. He can grapple as well. He averages around 2 takedowns per fight. Good volume in his strikes, good technical boxing, nice clean takedowns. He does have 4 losses in the UFC, but every single one of them is a good loss. He's coming off that come from behind submission win over Cody Gibson, where he did lose that first round, but he was able to pull off that Kimura in the second. He's taking on Alatengheili. This guy can be a technical striker or a busy grappler, and I've broken this card down a few times already, and I've said the same thing every time. We've seen Alateng outstrike people. We've seen him outgrapple people. We've never seen him do both. If you run through his fight history, you will see fights where he had a whole bunch of takedowns and he got outstruck, or a bunch of fights where he did the striking and got outgrappled. He doesn't seem to be able to marry those two things together. And for that reason, I do think he's going to lose this fight. I'm going to pick Blackshear, but Alatengheili is good. And if he just shows up being able to marry those two things, striking with before working in the grappling, then all of a sudden, he's going to be able to make some stuff happen. He's coming off that win over Clayton Rodriguez. We had 3 takedowns, 8 minutes of control time, and we watched Blackshear give up the first round of his last fight to Cody Gibson. I am picking Blackshear. I think he's just going to be more technical in the striking. I think he should be able to work his way back up, even if he is taken down a few times. And I'm going to lean on the fact that I've never seen Alateng outgrapple and outstrike. So if he comes out striking, I think Damon's a better striker, so I'm not worried. If he comes out grappling, I think Damon will be able to work his way back to his feet, get his hands going like crazy, and the judges will appreciate that. So I'm picking Damon. I have him in a parlay. I'll give you the second half of that parlay right after Jacob gives us his breakdown. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm going Blackshear, and I just played him by sub because I think if he wins, he's probably gonna get a submission win. That's just kind of what he's been doing. Alatengheili can put himself in those positions with the wrestling because Blackshear is a good enough grappler, especially against a wrestler that if Alatengheili gets a takedown, Damon's probably just gonna work a sweep and end up in an advantageous position to be able to submit this guy. But as far as like playing him for like the minus 400 line and stuff, he's just way too casual in his defensive striking. Like, when you pressure him, he will just throw up his guard, back up, and almost turn his back and try to walk away. It's very wild to see. And if you get a guy like Alatengheili who will just throw wild shit, if something lands around that guard, we've seen him get dropped before. So he's just way too casual in his defensive striking, basically. For me to play him straight up or any parlays or anything, but I played him by submission, and I think he wins, but it feels weird.
There's just something weird about this fight. I have a parlay. I have Damon and Jocelyn. I basically said, who are 2 fighters that I'm very confident in, but I don't like trust. And I like to put those people together. So obviously you run through your slate of fighters who you're confident in, you build some parlays, you do all those things. I like to take the 2 people that I think they win enough to bet on them, but they're my least confident of those people, and I'll put them together so they don't blow up 2 separate parlays. Jocelyn is a woman who will be smaller, and Damon, to your point, he's got a negative striking differential for a guy who's supposed to be such a high-level striker. So I'm with you. I went ahead and did that parlay. I think it's like minus 115 or something like that. If you're a premium member, you got the push notification. If you're a premium member, you also get to see every single bet on the board, not just for this card. We have bets for UFC 315. The next week's card, I believe there's a UFC Des Moines bet on the board, and then that UFC Maki or whatever that card is in Algiers-Kistan. Check them all out right now. WeWantPicks.com. It's only $10 for an entire month. You can unlock every single pick, bet, and tool instantly for an entire month's worth of fight cards. We have a $5 super chat from Dewarmi Zukamefa. Alateng, Wu-Tang, and the gang, Damon in 5. I have no idea what that is. I appreciate the 5 spot, though. There was no way I was going to rhyme that smoothly.